At first, I thought this was just going to be another normal bully puppy story. You know, cute photos, funny moments, maybe a little training here and there. But after a few months, this dog started growing at a ridiculous pace. And honestly, I wasn't prepared for how massive he was about to become. The growth honestly happened way faster than I expected. One moment, everything seems fine, and the next you're caught in a whirlwind of fear and anxiety. I remember a time when I thought bullying was just a phase, something kids went through. But boy, was I wrong. This article explores the unexpected escalation of bullying behaviors, their impact on individuals, and the importance of addressing these issues early on to foster a safe environment for everyone. Schools should be safe havens for kids, right? Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Over the past decade, reports of bullying have surged. It's like a wave that keeps growing. Factors such as social media, peer pressure, and even family dynamics contribute to this alarming trend. Victims often feel isolated, leading to serious mental health issues. Imagine trying to focus on math while your stomach churns from anxiety. The consequences are real. It's crucial to recognize these signs early. If you ignore the early signs, problems usually get worse over time. But what about the bullies themselves? It's easy to label them as bad kids, but there's often so much more beneath the surface. Many bullies come from troubled backgrounds. They might be dealing with their own issues at home, like neglect or abuse. Understanding this can help us see bullying as a complex issue rather than just bad behavior. There was way more going on beneath the surface than people realized. Their motivations can include, by addressing these underlying issues, we can create a more compassionate environment for everyone. So, how do we tackle this problem? Here are a few practical approaches. When schools, parents, and communities come together, we can build a fortress against bullying. What about the victims? They need support. Friends and family play a vital role in their recovery. Listening to them, validating their feelings, and encouraging them to seek help can make a world of difference. Resources like counseling services and support groups can provide additional help. Having support around you makes a huge difference during difficult situations. Bullying in schools has become a serious issue. It's not just a phase or something kids will outgrow. It's an alarming trend that seems to be growing year after year. Many students feel the weight of this problem, and it can be crushing. Have you ever noticed how a single mean comment can stick with someone for years? That's the power of bullying. So, what's causing this rise in bullying? There are several factors at play. The consequences of bullying are significant. Victims often face mental health challenges such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Imagine walking into school every day feeling like you have a target on your back. It's exhausting. Not only that, but bullying can also affect academic performance. Kids who are bullied may struggle to focus on their studies. They might skip school altogether, fearing the next encounter with their bully. In fact, studies show that bullied students are more likely to experience. It's clear that the rise of bullying in schools isn't just a minor issue. It's a complex problem that requires attention. We need to ask ourselves, how can we create a safer environment for our kids? How can we ensure that no child feels alone in their struggle? Addressing bullying early on is crucial. It's not just about stopping the behavior, it's about fostering empathy, understanding, and respect among students. By tackling this issue head-on, we can help turn the tide. Every child deserves to feel safe and supported in their school. Let's work together to make that a reality. When we think about bullying, we often focus on the victims. It's natural to feel empathy for those who suffer. But have you ever stopped to consider the bully? What drives someone to hurt others? Understanding the bully's perspective is crucial to tackling this issue head-on. Many bullies come from backgrounds that are less than ideal. They might face neglect, abuse, or even bullying themselves. Imagine a child who is constantly belittled at home. They might lash out at others as a way to regain some sense of control. It's a harsh cycle, one that keeps spinning unless we break it. Research shows that bullies often struggle with their own insecurities. They might feel powerless in other areas of their lives. By targeting others, they gain a false sense of strength. This behavior can stem from various factors. It's important to realize that bullies are not just bad kids. They are often struggling themselves. For example, I once knew a boy named Jake. He bullied others at school, but when I learned more about him, I discovered he was dealing with a lot at home. His parents were constantly fighting and he felt lost. This doesn't excuse his behavior, but it helps explain it. Understanding this perspective can help us approach bullying with more compassion. Instead of simply punishing bullies, we can offer them support. We can help them find healthier ways to cope with their feelings. After all, if we can address the root causes of their behavior, we might reduce bullying in the long run. In schools, it's vital to create an environment where students feel safe to express their feelings. Programs that teach emotional intelligence can be beneficial. They help both bullies and victims understand their emotions better. Schools can implement workshops that focus on understanding the bully's perspective is not about excusing their actions. It's about recognizing the complexities behind their behavior. By addressing their needs and providing support, we can create a safer environment for everyone. Let's work together to change the narrative around bullying. It's time to break the cycle. When it comes to preventing bullying, early intervention is key. It's like catching a weed before it takes over your garden. Schools, parents, and communities need to work together to create an environment where everyone feels safe and valued. But how do we do that? Let's break it down. First, education plays a crucial role. Teaching students about empathy and respect can go a long way. When kids understand how their actions affect others, they're less likely to engage in hurtful behavior. Schools can implement programs that focus on social-emotional learning. This helps students recognize their feelings and the feelings of others. Next, awareness is essential. Schools should host workshops and seminars to discuss the impact of bullying. This isn't just for students. Parents and teachers should be involved too. The more we talk about it, the more we can break the silence that often surrounds bullying. Creating a culture of open communication is vital. Moreover, creating supportive environments is crucial. Schools can establish safe zones where students can go if they feel threatened. This could be a designated room or a trusted staff member they can talk to. When students know there's a safe place to turn, they're more likely to report bullying incidents. Here are some effective strategies to consider. Finally, let's not forget about the role of technology. With the rise of social media, cyberbullying has become a significant issue. Schools should educate students about online safety and the consequences of their actions online. Teaching digital citizenship can empower students to make better choices in the virtual world. Preventing bullying requires a community effort. By educating students, raising awareness, and creating supportive environments, we can tackle this issue head-on. Remember, it's all about planting the right seeds today for a brighter, bully-free tomorrow. When it comes to bullying, the effects can be devastating. Victims often feel isolated, scared, and unsure of how to cope. It's crucial to recognize that support is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Imagine walking through school, feeling like everyone is watching you, judging you. That's the reality for many victims. So, how can we help? First, let's talk about the importance of open communication. Victims need to feel safe sharing their experiences. As a friend, parent, or teacher, it's essential to create a space where they can speak freely. Ask them how they feel. Listen without judgment. Sometimes, just having someone to talk to can make a huge difference. Next, it's vital to provide emotional support. Encourage victims to express their feelings. Remind them that they are not alone. Sharing personal stories can help them feel understood. For instance, I once knew a kid who faced relentless teasing. It was heartbreaking to see him withdraw. But with support from friends, he slowly started to regain his confidence. This shows how powerful support can be. Additionally, it's important to connect victims with resources. Schools often have counselors who specialize in helping students deal with bullying. These professionals can provide coping strategies and emotional support. If your school doesn't have such resources, consider looking for local organizations that focus on bullying prevention and support. Here's a quick overview of some effective ways to support victims. Moreover, it's essential to involve friends and family. They play a crucial role in the recovery process. Encourage them to stand by the victim. Friends can help by including the victim in activities, making them feel valued. Family members should reassure the victim that they are loved and supported. This network can be a lifeline. Fostering a supportive environment is key. Schools should implement programs that raise awareness about bullying. Workshops and discussions can help students understand the impact of their actions. When everyone works together, it creates a culture of respect and kindness. And that's what we want, right? Supporting victims of bullying requires a multifaceted approach, from open communication to community involvement. Every action counts. Let's work together to ensure that no one has to face bullying alone. After all, a little support can go a long way in healing those invisible wounds. Looking back now, it's crazy seeing how quickly these dogs can transform from playful puppies into absolute giants. But no matter how big he became, his personality never really changed. He was still the same loyal and affectionate dog underneath all that size and muscle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever been shocked by how fast your dog grew. See you guys in the next one.